Всем снова здравствуйте. Начнем продолжение вампира. Вчера не удалось, сегодня играть. На часах 11:03 наши дни. Итак, квест. Квест у нас... Режик у меня зеленый, оказывается. Ну, ты какой. Не хватило у меня на этот, на тот, на этот личности. Здание горожан. Вот это причина смерти. Это выяснить, кто за ней шпионит. Давай посмотрим, кто стоять. За ней шпионит, да? Потому что она мне с кукушкой не дружит, тетка. Угу. Как раз рядом, слева. Тут справа, правильно? Да. Да. Так, shift нет. Как там зрение-то? Право нет. А как зрение-то включать? А, ой. — 200 метров? Что, издеваетесь, что ли? Ты нужен королю и стране. Вступай в ряды. Ну, это не есть гуд, конечно. Ладно. Что за страшно? Нет. Я передумал туда идти. Ну вас пень. А это? Может, здесь проще. Ладно, по прямой направо. Еще дальше. Вниз. Чего вниз-то? Как-то... Знаешь? Карантин. То есть туда не попасть, да? Я прочел отчет доктора из смерти. Нет, не убедил. Возможно, не стоит. Ну, допустим, я иду сюда.
It's locked.
Конечно, локт. Ух ты, а это кто? 10-й, 11-й. Жрал крысу. Блин. Как там пешком-то идти? Это не то. С? Не С, Q. Q, да. Б вроде. Ой! Ну, долго стоять ты будешь, нет? Где он? Прикольно. С вампирами тяжелее получалось, нежели с ними. Еще двое. Надо назад повернуть. Ты от закоулки, блин. Что, не тропа нет, что ли? Нельзя. Стоять. Ну это вот в порт. Зачем мне в порт? Сожгли кому-то.
It's locked, all right.
Ладно. Ну, по основному пройдемся тогда. Чего уж там кабанам-то. Доктор вампир. Ты чё, дурачок?
Good evening, Doctor.
О,
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran.
изумление.
Maybe you should
Стоит
think
опять
about
чего?
preserving your strength.
No, we must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you.
Беспокоится вас, доктор.
She should not have told you that.
Зря она вам это сказала. Говорите.
Word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Ну ты вообще, дядя.
Goodbye, Doc.
Пошли базарить и базарить, базарить и базарить.
Good
Скажем,
evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
не хотите ко мне развернуться? Женщина.
Goodbye, Nurse. Good evening.
Dr. Reed.
And why?
People who don't sleep at night always sick.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you
Раскулил.
The
Ага,
wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him.
здорово ты меня вернул.
Fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shot himself. Fucking coward.
Трус поганый.
Revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother.
Бить его брата и слишком
Poor
Ах,
arsehole
он
thought
негодяй.
it would be easy
Надо его
to
вылечить,
return the favour.
съесть.
You're a monster, Mr. Cox. An ungrateful and disgusting man.
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give
Мне
a fuck
начихать
what you
стоит.
think.
Ох ты козёл. Окей. Окей.
How is your hospital?
This is a shitty place with shitty stuff.
Да, ну без меня.
What's wrong?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see.
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy.
Хрень.
What's wrong?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is...
But you're alive thanks to the...
What are you expecting, a medal?
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to
Ты чё,
pay,
бандюга?
who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us.
Рано или поздно.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life.
And who...
I'm the leader of the wet.
Я
blue
главарь
boys.
мокрых ботинок.
One day I'll leave this.
Ну чё, ты
I'll
какой?
leave you.
Ну-ка. Короче, надо от переутомления что-то сделать, чтобы сделать. А как оно делается? Как оно делается? Что, рецепт не кивнет, что ли? Где-то у меня крафтовая эта штучка, ты где она? Вот. Не помню составляющие на этот рецепт. Ладно.
Good evening. Good evening. I'd like...
О, а что мне надо было? Масло. Рукоять. Я, кстати, мне говорил.
Good evening. Evening. Goodbye for now.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. Hello.
Goodbye, mister.
Ох, здесь сохранится нельзя так. Ты по-любому что-то нажмешь не то. Не будет весело. Так, надо на стол вообще.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be a
Прикольно. Ладно.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst us.
Смейте все в руки,
Get
дядя.
a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry. I'm
Zuri.
exhausted.
Зуры,
No one has
мистер.
any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever.
Испанки.
Even the black...
I wish I could believe you. But what if...
How long?
We're long enough to see that the epidemic is winning.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve now.
Извините, доктор, не
Sorry,
хочу показать
doctor.
группы, но я слишком устал.
How is the Pembroke staff?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver.
Why is Milton grumpy?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation.
Why does Milton dislike Doc?
I don't know. Just ask him.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes. Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore.
Is he worth?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman.
Goodbye, now.
Ну. Его съесть можно. Две личности неизвестные. Не кашляй в общественных местах. Ага, всем бы так говорить. Там-да-дам-да-дам-да-дам. Так, нет. Мне надо сначала к себе сходить. Попробовать посмотреть, что там надо. Переутомление. Кофейный стол волшебный. Кровать волшебная. Волшебный. Есть. Так, снова. Средства от анемии, бронхи, сепсис, сепсис, рукоять. Блин, как-то прикольно, пластинная рукоять. Так. Патрон. Я достал патрон. Мужичка, может его вылечить? Потом уже по квесту идти. Угу. Что, типа, каждый раз появляется... Обновляется, что ли? Что? Это не то. Такую лагающую тетка, прошу. Вообще?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Goodbye, nurse.
Где тут?
Hey, Doc.
Как?
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally.
Казва Гиппократ, так все дела.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can...
И слабости у вас тоже наверняка есть. Чё, хил, что ли? Я тебя вылечил. Ты мне, козлина, недовольна еще.
I'll leave you.
Тоже лежит чувачок, неизвестно кто. Наверное, посижу, ему дадут потом. И за дверью тетка лежит. Тетка вроде бы. Ты Раджеш?
It's locked.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician? That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury.
Ну давай посмотрим, что за тетка, что с ней случилось. Поговори с покровительницей больницы, да? Урхус есть. Дело с концом. Хаос. Строить. Не говорю. А, да.
What can you tell me about the epidemic now?
Everyday folk don't know how bad it is.
The
News on the front stated that the Spanish flu was under control, at least in Britain.
It seemed to be for a while, but that was only last summer. It returned with a vengeance just over a month ago.
What can you tell me about our patients here at Pembroke?
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and needy.
Can you be more...
Well, veterans.
For how long have you been working?
I first volunteered at the Pembroke in 1911.
В 1911 году, несколько месяцев после назначения доктора
And
Смоукса.
before you arrived here?
If you must know, this was my first job.
Well, doctors...
Not in an official capacity, but the
What about...
Dr. Reed, we don't have the money and
Денег
resources.
Ну, понятно.
It only works until they can't. If there's time, there...
I'll see...
Blundering idiot.
Good evening.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame you're so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the...
So you believe it's just a question?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blind.
Have you heard any talk of blackmail going on?
Шантажист
If
больницы.
you're running some official inquiry, you had better question the patients. They know more than the staff, especially old Miss Jones.
Ух ты, какой товарищ.
Goodbye, doctors. Good evening.
Good evening.
Have you heard talk of any blackmail here at the hospital?
No, nothing.
Goodbye for... Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Да, я вот почему я опять с ним говорю.
Good...
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening.
And good evening to you.
Goodbye.
А, опять с ним же говорил. Извини, чувак. Товарищ.
I'm quite...
Have you heard about any blackmail going on?
Blackmail?
I don't know what you've heard about me.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but you're...
And what exactly?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you,
Be careful what you insinuate.
I only want you to admit you used those men to...
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion...
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you...
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as...
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ack.
Какой-то такой
Thank you.
товарищ. Тоже съесть надо.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening.
I'm okay.
Have you heard rumors about blackmail?
No.
I have to go.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening.
Have you heard rumors of blackmail?
Dr. Reed, are you trying to take advantage?
Of course not, Mrs. Goswick. I'm just...
Well, go be curious somewhere.
Ну ты, блин.
Goodbye, Mrs.
As for me,
Да-да. Что такое?
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
how long must I wait, damn it? Blaming me will not further your agenda, sir. How long's it going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year? You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly...
Good evening, and Goodbye.
Странно, что-то они тут делят.
My sweet girl. Treats me like a boy.
О, ну-ка. Сумасшедший пришли.
Good evening.
I need blood, Doctor.
Да, кровь теплая.
Have you heard of any black...
I have no time for mortal.
Ali. Good evening, Mr. L.
Evening.
Have you heard rumor?
If you want to know what's going on here, you better talk to Miss Jones.
Jones?
She knows everything.
Why do you feel responsible
Miss
for
Jones,
the
that's the
injury,
point.
Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why
Нифиг
lie?
было.
Come on. It's one thing to...
Reconstructive surgery has...
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life.
Goodbye.
Прости, чувак. Миссис Джонс, миссис Джонс. А кто это такая? Хм.
Perhaps. Good evening.
Have you heard...
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised some...
What kind of...
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the
Harriet
oldest patient
Jones.
here.
Why do you have such a mediocre...
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm...
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were proper...
I'm sorry, I don't...
Yeah, exactly. We lack words.
Goodbye, Milton.
Another night with the glorious battalion.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vampire.
Вампир даже не способен.
Before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Как будут парни назад.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I
Я
need
ученый, раскрывая тайны моего ремесла.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left.
The world would be a better place if it were kept.
You make me blush.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent.
These past insufferable weeks.
Меня не шантажируют. Я заплатила помогателю.
I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent.
Короче, ликвидировать надо его. Все, понял.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
Вы должны его съесть.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my
Кто меня
blackmailer.
шантажирует?
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Уже говорит нашел.
The case, and I highly doubt it. A vampire would have asked for something more
Попросил
valuable
что-нибудь
than
ценное, чем деньги, я
my
полагаю.
suspicions lean
Может,
toward
помутялочный вампир.
or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Ладно, тетка, давай.
Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Крови.
I'll take care of it.
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself.
Поговори с местной
You
сплетницей.
could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones.
Харриет
Not a
Джонсон.
pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life,
Моя жизнь в ваших
as
руках,
others
доктор.
know,
Я уверен,
is
что вы
in
будете
your hands,
осторожны.
Dr. Reed.
Вот,
I'm
конечно.
sure of your discretion,
Конечно.
but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé.
Ладно, я понял тебя. А, ну это, видимо, та тетка, которую это. Да, точно.
giant morgue disguised as a hospital. That's Pembroke nowadays.
What is this? Who are you?
Вон змей
There's
Что, видел,
no
что ли?
need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous.
Абсурд,
Dr.
тут
Reed, you
понимаете?
say? I don't want some bumbling intern.
Неумех
Where's
интерн.
Dr. Swansea?
Ах ты.
Please calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave.
Его выхрабривает
Threatening an
стороны
old
беззащитной
defenseless
женщине.
woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better
Бабуля
than
какая,
any other
просвещенная.
patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait.
Мне просто зашли меня проверить.
Investigating something.
Ах, какой
This isn't a
проницательный,
social
а?
call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame
Конечно,
the
всё
old and
единственное
infirm.
слабо,
I
которое...
see those little bitches' greedy little eyes, just waiting.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a...
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. Keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Театр Роял Гарден Холл.
Miss Jones.
Again?
Now,
Well,
have you noticed any...
it would be a great deal easier to make a...
Everyone here is very capable. I have...
Thieves and murderers, the lot.
Тоже убийц,
People have
знаешь.
gone missing here.
Какой ты злая.
Come now, Miss Jones. Surely it's
Проститутки, наркоманы.
Have you no eyes? This hospital...
If you could just tell me...
It's terrible, Doctor. What with a pain in my chest,
I see.
no one comes to visit, you know.
I'll come and...
С пациентом, ой, с врачами поговорить. С моей не открылось почему-то. Ладно.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of...
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew Harriet
Не слушайте,
Jones.
доктор.
She could have been telling the truth about the mistake.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares?
Скоро
if the nurse
придется,
finds
ладно. Вот это
No
добрые
matter
люди.
how you feel about her,
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
what can you tell me about the strange man visiting...
Let me guess.
А чё, все что ли?
Goodbye.
А, понятно. Окей.
Good evening.
Тетушка.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have...
The people who work here all come from very different...
Все бандиты. Да?
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Какая? Ладно. А чё? Медсестрой Дороти. Какая? Дороти. Пипа Холмс. Хокинс. Ракеш. Где эта дамочка-то? А Дороти, это вампир. Да? Нет. Интересно, почему? А, ну, да, логично будет. Дойди до туда, поговори с ней. Она окажется кровососом. Слежка. Нажмите «Вы», чтобы чутье. Если гражданин ведет себя подозрительно, его сердце будет светиться по-особому. Посмотрев на гражданина, разблокируется особое действие. Найдите доктор... Дороти Крейн. Чутье.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah. I have to see someone in the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Это тетка.
I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Что-то темнят, они темнят. Забрать. Громил. Пятикружителей вон. Да, конечно. Карты нет. Ну ладно. Не хочу умереть. Что-то там не очень-то звучит. У меня пестик в руках, да? Сейчас будет босс, да?
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Ух ты! О! Где там? Ужас. Денежка, денежка. Ух ты, что это? А, двуручка. Не, двуручка это вообще ни о чем. Очень уж. Изгнание дракона. Образцы Святого Павла. Это чего? Которые... Спасение граждан. Граждан, которым грозит опасность, может не дожить до следующей ночи. Навестите. Оп, а чё? Понятно. Здорово, мужик. Кто ты?
Are you
Здесь.
injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe.
Yes.
Good. Now leave this place.
Горожанин спасен. Вы спасли горожанина. На следующую ночь он вернется в район. Окей. Кш. А, я кругаля дал. Слишком уж площадка большая. Где?
Кто? What sort of creature is this?
Как вот. Алло. Как раз время дам. Аккуратненько так. Ну-ка. Не совсем пойму, почему. Почему? Как менять оружие? Оборотень, блин, большой. Оп. Оп. О! А как? Козлина. Ужас. Ужас. О! Оп, оп. А, встань! Оп! Вообще не в тему. Ну, оп, оп. Оп! Я не хочу умирать. Опасно. Очень опасно. Ну, вид. Оборотни.
Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
Если вы больны, если у вас нет денег, нужно за помощью.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Ни хивок, ни хила.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Есть крыску.
I have this thirst for blood.
Как же хочется крови. А! Ульки потратил. А ты тут что делаешь? Я что-то не понял. Или это помощь? Что это? Что-то я немножко заплутал. В больницу. А, ух ты, блин. Туда далеко идти. Либо шумоданы всякие вытащить. Ух ты, ой, я не в ту сторону вообще иду. Не-не-не-не-не.
Doctor.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Goodbye, America, goodbye.
Good evening, good evening. Goodbye, Milton.
Можно, конечно, почитерить и бабосика сделать. Но не очень такое занятие.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye now.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred
Да
with no
хорош.
respect.
Дикая тетка такая, блин. И редкие виды вампиров. Я как ученый на трезных дневниках.
Do you need some?
The matter of Lady Ashbury.
Oh, I know too much about this matter already.
I have to...
Then ask away.
You mentioned something about a...
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's...
That explains your nightly wanderings about the dock.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town.
Yet you...
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires...
As men of science, our first step is always to start...
The sun. The morning following...
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire.
Must I take a...
You are a vampire. You feed.
Since I'm the one working for you...
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical...
Where do we stand?
Oh, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis.
What do you expect?
What we need is hope. You were...
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory.
He was a Skald, technically speaking. The debate rages as to their
Where do...
The name means slave. The etymology...
Just for clarity.
A skull is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain for me.
I have met...
She's a fast...
Is she the true reason you...
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. She's a fast...
Is she...
Lady...
Will...
Это только второй день. Что кипиш такой создал? Почему-то заперты сундуки. Что с ними делать? Как так урон? А, 45 у меня. Ха-ха-ха. Опиум. Обычная рукоять. Рукоять. Да, дело ясно, что дело темное. Ну, давай покачаем навык тогда. Защита тоже неплохо, в принципе. Шестьсот. Тысяча 300. Тутук-тутук. О, важные события в районе. Каждую ночь житель ухудшается район. Состояние может ухудшиться из-за болезни. Чем больше вы говорите, тем быстрее. Освальд Тэтчер. Вот надо с ним поговорить. Кто он вообще такой? Ну да. Уж не просто там танцуют. Освальд Коблпот, да?
I'm afraid the trail of breadcrumbs leads beyond.
Is that so?
Now it's time for you to be patient.
Machination? You...
I hadn't
Do be careful, my good doctor.
I'll return with case solved.
Где это Освальд-то? Или он не здесь? Где он, Освальд Тэтчер? Не совсем могу сообразить, как он найти. Где-то прячется, падла.
Good evening. Please, of course.
Ух, блин, вот есть всякие штучки-дрючки. Ну, дорогие. Где-то он прячется, где?
Good evening. I have to go now.
Doctor.
Ладно.
Good evening.
Doctor.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Вот он.
Hey, Doc.
Подожди.
I'll leave you for... It's locked.
Интересно.
Sometimes you act like a real jerk, you know that?
Come on, Ozzy, don't be like that.
What, like what? Like someone who felt betrayed by the man he loves? Did you ever even try to find me? Rescue me?
You know it's not like that. I wanted to. I was so afraid.
Ах, они...
To be seen with you.
We survived this shit together. That's all that matters. I know you did your best.
Эти голубятники.
Fuck the wall, right? And fuck them all. Fuck the wall.
Вот этот... Гомосятина.
locked, all right.
Ну, что это никак не попасть, что ли? С сохранением штукенция не очень-то такая удобная. Ладно, будем закругляться. Может чуть-чуть попозже вернусь.